Hello everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals. I'm happy you're here with me today. Today we are going to continue on in my Inspiration to Junk Journal series number 6, and this is going to be part 4. And today I wanted to focus on tags, and more fun with tags. I like to mass make my tags for the journal that I'm working on, just so that it has a cohesive look with the papers that I'm using, but this can be just a mass make in general here. So if you recall, what we did in the last video here is we focused on decorating some pages. So I did do this fabric and paper cluster right there, and I did add a Victorian calling card behind that. And what we also did is I showed you this gorgeous piece of embossed cardstock that I added that metallic gilding polish to, and I absolutely love that. I'm so excited about that. And some other things we did is we added a lace fold up, and I did finally get that bow to comply. I had to finagle around with it, and I glued it down just on the edges to keep its shape. So I love how that turned out. And then we also added some ruffles along the sides of some of the pages. And I just think that that is just a great addition to your junk journal. But like I said, what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on some tags. And the way I like to make my tags is I don't care for the flimsier tags, so I like to start with either a file folder or heavier, a cardstock, something along those lines. You could use a cereal box, cracker box. I just like something with a little bit of weight so that it doesn't flop around. So what we're going to do today is we are going to use some of the digitals from Everlasting Journals. This is the digitals that I'm using in this particular journal, and these are all printed on my matte presentation paper, which is a 48-pound paper. And like I said before, it's heavy enough, I consider it a cardstock, but cardstock can go up to 65 or even heavier. But I like to start with something, like I said, with a little bit of strength, a little bit, sturdier. So what I want to do is create my tags with more of a neutral background. And then, as you know, I love to layer, so we're going to do a lot of layering. So what I'm going to do here is start out with one of my more neutral pieces here. And this is one right there, and there's another one. And then even wallpaper. This is some of the wallpaper that we used previously. There's another neutral. And granted, this is just how I do it. You don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I like to add some dimension to my tags. So I think we're going to start out with, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one. It's got a little bit of blue, and I'm not really trending towards the blue in this journal. I'm doing more of the greens. So let's see, we got that. I'm going to move those things. I just love these papers. They're just so pretty, so pretty. So, and this is from the Graphics Fairy. This is just some script ephemera. So let's put these together as our background. And let's see, so all I do is glue things together. So I'm going to glue 2 of these pieces of cardstock together, and then we're going to cut them down and make the size tag we want and just go from there. So it's another hot day here today. I've got my fan going. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Oh wait, you know what I need? Hold on. I need my glue mat. I need my glue mat so that I don't get my table all sticky. So I got everything I needed to get done today in the morning. So it's in the afternoon, and I have pretty much most of the afternoon to craft, and I love that. Because sometimes, you know, if you've got chores to do and errands to run and stuff like that, you're kind of like, your mind is going in a million different directions, right? All right, so I am just going to put this down. And I didn't even get that straight. And I did print on the other side too, but we're going to use this side. Try to get it as straight as I can. And if I'm not, that's okay. So there's that. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to add that to the end here. And there's, you know, no scientific method to this, as you guys can tell. Because we're going to cut these down and use them, like I said, as our backdrop for our tags. Let's see, does it go? I might as well just stick that on the top. I don't even know if this is going to be part of our tag. I'm just going to stick it down. And it's always kind of fun when you cut these up to see, you know, what the finished product is. It's sort of a collage, sort of not. Okay, so standard tag, I don't know. You know, you can make them any size you want. For this particular journal, I'm going to make them a little more slender and a little taller, just because of the size of this particular journal. So the largest tag I am going to do is going to be, you know, about 3 inches. And then they can be really tall, up to 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 would be a little tall for a tag. That would be more of a bookmark. So that's what I like to do with my journals, is look and see the size tags that are going to work best with this journal. And that's, you know, like I said, just how I like to put my tags together. So let's measure right along the bottom here. So what did I say? I said about a 2.5 or a 3. So if you measure from the end here, so got a 2.5 right there. Got a little pin out here. I'm going to make a mark so that I can cut this. There's a 2.5. And then maybe a 3. And then we have a 2 right on the edge. Oh yeah, that works good. Okay, so let me see. Now see, I made my mark so small I can't see it. Oh. So what'd I say? Let's see, there's the 2. And then we're gonna do a 3. And then a 2.5. There you go. All right. So let me get out my little paper cutter here. I have my guillotine cutter, but I don't think I need that. Cut this end off first. And like I said, this is not scientific. This is just, you know, getting your pages going here. So I'm going to cut this upper part off. And cut that side off. And like I said, I don't even know if this wallpaper is going to come into play. All right, so now, yeah, that looks good. All right, I'm going to cut off this edge too here, right to where the bottom of the other side comes together. So there's still another sheet we can use. And then I'm going to go right along that first mark that I made. See, that looks good like that, right? And then Where is, this one looks a little big. How big am I going here? Oh, 3 inches. I don't know. I'll go a little smaller than the 3 inches because that's kind of freaking me out. But like I said, you can make them any size. And I do save this tag kind of as a template. This one is 2.5. But that's just, you know, I like that as a point of reference there. And I'm going to cut off the bottom so that the white's not sticking through, or showing through, I should say. Get this all cut. And then this one up at the top because I got a little bit of extra going on up there. All right, so we've got the basis. Easy enough for our tags, right? Yay, yay, yay. And the other side, look how cool that is, except I gotta get that off there. Oh, let me do that. There's a million gazillion ways to do tags. But for me, this one works. Now, is that even? I think so. You can always cut it down if it isn't. I like to eyeball it. You know, I'm pretty good at eyeballing, except when I'm actually doing the cutting myself. I'm not that good. Yeah, those all look fabulous. All right, so from here, this is the fun stuff. Love this. So some ideas for embellishing here. Okay, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do, actually, I'm gonna cut one of these down to be about the size of this tag. So I'm gonna continue on doing a little bit of cutting here. So that one is going to be about 5 inches tall. And then I need one that's a little taller than that. Actually, you know what? Let's leave this one because this will be a bookmark. And then this one here, that's really tall. That's 9.5. So if we make these maybe about 5. So we're going to cut that puppy in half. And like I said, I did kind of look at the pockets that we've already created in my journal just to see, you know, what size would work best for what I got going on in this journal. So here we go. We have a bunch. And I also did make a couple the other day, and same deal here. I just added this one on the back is wallpaper, and then there's the cardstock, and I did a little bit of collaging on the front with the papers, and the same deal with this gorgeous image. Isn't that pretty? Oh. And it's just onto the other side of that gorgeous cardstock. So we might use these to embellish here today also. All right, so let's get going. Now this one, what I see on this is something needs to go right along, right along there, just because of the line that I have going on, right? So let's look and see what we can add to that. I have my papers here. But like I said, since this is a neutral background, I want to add some color. Now, I don't see much color. Well, okay, that one looks pretty good. Oh, I like that. All right, I'm gonna tear that down. And like I said, even though I have some ideas, I kind of let the size and the papers dictate what I do next. So what I mean by that is since this one had a vertical line, I wanted to go with that same vertical look. All right, so I'm going to just distress the edge of this. And this particular digital was printed on a lighter weight paper that still works very well for vibrant digitals. It is a 27-pound premium matte paper. And, you know, I'm always looking for the perfect paper, and I think I found it. And I don't know if you guys have, you know, wondered about that in the past, because for me, I always wanted the perfect weight paper. So I think I have it. The 48-pound premium matte presentation paper for the more vibrant images, like on the cardstock. And this 27-pound premium matte paper, they're both from Epson, and I will put a link to both of those paper packs in the description box, just because sometimes I think it's difficult to find paper that the digitals look good printed on. So I finally found it. Okay, so there is the bookmark. All right, now what are we gonna do on these guys? I don't know. I think what I want to do, besides doing collaging, because you know I love to do that, is I want to do a hinge. I want to do a hinge on one of these. So let's just do that. And what I'm going to do for the hinge is, again, the heavier weight piece of cardstock again. Let me get that out. And I don't know. Oh, this is my favorite. It just is. I just love it. All right, so we're going to use that. And I don't think, no, actually, I changed my mind. I do think that this needs to be backed, because if it's a hinge, right, I don't care for the white on the other side. So let me put some more, another background on there. Do this same, yeah, we'll do this same one. So, okay. All right, so I'm going to go along this edge, because that's the floral edge right there. We're going to create a little hinge. Sometimes, I've got to be honest with you guys, I get stuck on what to do with tags. So this is kind of my go-to, and I've got to say that every time I do one like this, I love the results. So I just start playing around with some collaging and embellishing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut right along the edge there. Get that going. Can you guys hear my fan? It's hot again today. Okay. Oh, look at that. Eee! Cut that down a little bit on this edge here, just because I want it even. That didn't go through. Hold on just a second here. There we go. Okay, now where's my tag? Here it is. All right, that looks so stinking beautiful. All right, so I want it a little bit smaller than this particular tag. So I make another mark here. Make sure I got that through. I'm gonna have to cut that. I see a little extra on there that I'm gonna have to cut down. when my paper cutter went through, it kind of made a little nick at the top. So we're going to cut that down right about there. And I think what I'm going to do is use some of my scalloped edge scissors, just because I like the additional swirliness. For lack of a more technical term. Oh, that looks really good. It looks so good, you guys. Now, which way? Oh. Oh, that looks really good. And of course, I have to say this. I'm going to use that. You know I am. Okay, so distress the edge on this. Oh, this looks so pretty, you guys. I'm just love it. And I'm going to do both sides. Since it is a hinge, you're going to see both sides. And then I'm going to do the same with the exterior of this one. And I'll probably do my bookmark too when we get to embellishing that. And we'll do the other side. And it just gives such a perfect weight, in my opinion, for a tag. Not too fat, not too skinny, you know, not flimsy, but not so thick that it doesn't move at all. I think I'm throwing stuff is what I think. Oh, I gotta get down. Ugh. I just think it gives the perfect weight. All right, so where were we here? Make sure I got my stuff straight up and down. All right, so the little hinge here. Okay, I'm on a hinge roll, so let me grab something to use as my hinge here. Yes, isn't that pretty? This is some muslin that has been tea stained. All right. Make that even. See, there's where I get my my OCD tendencies here. Do you guys do that? Like if you're walking around and you see something that's slightly off center, you have to straighten it? I do that all the time. My husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is not straight. All right, so we're gonna glue that down. Now this is not a heavy piece of, hold on just a second, my glue is oozing out. Hold on. What was I saying? This is not a heavy piece of fabric, so I'm going to have to be careful with the globs here, with the glue globs. And you know, a lot of this is, since I live at a high altitude, sometimes this stuff kind of gets under pressure. It's really weird. All right, now, knowing me, I think I want to add a little bit of color to this, just because that's the way I roll. So I want to do a little bit of Sari silk too. All right, let's put this beauty together. So a dab there, and a dab there. Another thing that's kind of different for me with this particular journal is because the marriage contract is a fixed size, meaning the, you know, how it's folded is already in place. I need to be aware of how thick I make my embellishments and all my ephemera. And you know, that can be challenging for me because you guys know I love to add embellishments. And that has a tendency to, you know, make your journal on the thicker side. So, but I think I can get around that and still add, you know, all the embellishments and decorations and things that I want. All right, so I'm going to tack that down too. Now with this particular hinge, I'm not going to leave, you know, a lot of space in between, just a minimal amount, because what I'm going to put behind the hinge isn't going to make a lot of difference in how thick it is. So let's get that tacked down a little better there. Get these all down. See, I'm trying to use my Fabri-Tac sparingly. Oh, and you know what? That leads me to something else. I just grabbed this glue, but you could also use the art glitter glue. Maybe I'll do that. Oh. All right, so there you have it. There is the basis of our tag here. Now what else would look pretty on this? Let's look and see what would look good. Additional ribbon going around the edge. I like that, but not that particular color, maybe a different color. Let's see. Do lace. Yeah, no, I don't care for that lace. I don't care for that lace. Let's see what else we got. I think that looks really pretty. But should I, now hold on, here's where I'm thinking out loud here, you guys. Should I put the ribbon right there and just have it wrap around? Or maybe use the same color and do the wrap around like that. I don't know. Oh, hold on. This is where there's too many choices, you guys. I wish I had more of this. I don't have any more of this. Oh, bummer. I don't know. That is a dilemma. Let's see what else I have in my box. I think I'm just going to go with this right here. No, I don't care for that either, you guys. So what am I doing here? I don't know. I'm going to have to find something. But let's see. This one right here. But it's just not long enough. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is we're going to put this one aside, and I'm going to go get some more of this ribbon here. Oh, wait, I do have some more. Oh, craft with me as you go crafting. Let's see, hold on. I'm consulting my bin. My fabric bin here. That's cool. Oh. I'm still kind of going with the wraparound theme here. All right, so yeah, we'll use this one. I'm going to cut this off, some of this. Sorry, so ribbon here. And I haven't decided if I'm going to attach that on the side there or just have it as a tie closure like that. I don't know. All right. Okay. Enough of this finagling around. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it around twice. And just do a tie on the side there like that. All right, so I like that. And then what do you stick underneath? Well, I have this old letter. Look at this. Can you even read that? What the heck? That's craziness. This is an original letter that I got out of an envelope, and I have no idea. So we could stick that back there. We could stick, oh, look at this pretty lady. Put her back there. Oh, yeah. Kind of do something like that. So I'm going to finagle with this, but I'm not going to keep you while I do that. So let's continue on here. Okay, so here is our bookmark. And what I wanted to do with that is use some more of this embossed cardstock and make a kind of an upper tuck spot. So I'm just going to fold that over and tear it. Just tear it in half. And then I'm going to add some more of this lovely gilding polish. Oh, this is so pretty. Can't get enough of this, you guys. Looks so cool. Oh man, it's just fabulous. Okay, so I've got enough on that. Move that out of the way here. And like I said, I just want it to go across both sides, and I'm going to cut that off at the top. Where's my scissors here? But let me distress the edges again. So we're going to have a tuck on both sides. Yep, that looks really good. All right, so I'm going to just cut off the top here. And of course, look at this beauty. You got to save that, right? Yep. Just the top of that. I think that looks really, really good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that down on 3 sides. So everything except the bottom, if that makes sense. So on 3 sides. Nope, I had that on the other side, so hold on. There we go. And what I will do on this one also is I'm going to sew around the top, but this needs something additional. And here's what I'm thinking. I wanted to do a little bit of leopard. I know, leopard, what, right? What? But I thought leopard, just, I love leopard in green, number one. I love leopard in gold. So why not? So I am going to create a little tab up at the top. Get out my pinking shears here, just to keep going with that little, because this was cut with pinking shears. So I'm going to get a tab up at the top. I'm not sure what size. Let's see. It's a little too wide still. Where's my pinking shears? Here they are. Oh man, that looks really good. Okay, we're gonna glue that down. Do the same on the other side. It's going to be a little long on that side too. And then just kind of move it around to the position you want. Okay. That looks fabulous, but are we done with that? No siree, no way. So what else do I want on this? I'm thinking it needs some more little ribbon or something. Oh, that looks really good. Let's see what else. Oh, wait. Ooh, how about some of this? Yeah. Oh, let's put a little bit of that across there. This gorgeous boho sari trim is just fabulous. Yep, that looks really good. Now I am going to use my art glitter glue here because with the fine tip, it is definitely does not leave any glue globs, and you just can get a you know, a littler amount on your fabric. All right, now you need to stay down here. That's the only thing, is sometimes you have to add more. Okay. All right, now that is still not sticking, so I'm gonna have to add more. You just have to mess around with it until you get it the way you want it. And I am doing my scrunch technique here, kind of making it not, you know, lie totally flat. Just because I like the way that that looks. All right, now that looks good, except I think it's sticking out too far on one side. Even though I know I'm trying not to be matchy and exactly even. All right, now, what else? Oh, that looks really good too. See, so you see how you just get going with this stuff and then you can keep going and going and going? Oh, let's see. How about a button in the center? Yeah, I don't know here. Something's bugging me about this. I think I need something underneath there. Because I think what's happening is that this is so sheer that it kind of detracts from the what I got going right there. So I'm thinking I need something there, but I don't know what. Let me see here. I don't know if maybe I need I'm thinking as we go here. Some more paper. Let me see what I got in my paper stash. Let me see here. I don't like that. I mean, I like the paper, but I don't like it right there. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that, so let me do that. Where's my scallop scissors here? Yeah. See, I'm thinking I'm liking that better. All right, so we're going to distress this on the edge here. Get that underneath there. That's stuck on. Okay, so that looks really good. And then maybe a little dangle up at the top. Let's see. See how this one looks? I'm not sure. Let me get this in there. Yep, that looks fabulous, you guys. Looks absolutely adorable. Now think, we've got a tuck here and a tuck there. And like I said, I am going to sew all the way around the edges, but let's think of something you can put right there. Definitely do. I have these Victorian calling cards. Isn't this cute? This reminds me of my mom. A photograph. I don't know. That looks just so good. Although that kind of boings up, so I don't know about that. Let's see, what else do I have? Got some offcuts of one of the other tags. So you get the idea. There is the tall bookmark. And then we've done this also, and like I said, I'm gonna finagle with that. But I've got one more idea for you guys, and then actually maybe two. This I did for the previous journal that I created, and I loved how it turned out. So I did make this tag the other day, and it's the same, premise, just a cardstock and then a piece of wallpaper, and I did a little bit of collaging, but this is so fun. Hold on a second. I created a snippet roll, and you guys know I love these, and I did add a little bit of the leopard. I think this looks so cool, and this is with just little bits of fabric that are going to be used in this journal. I just wrap it around like that. And I just think that that is so stinking cute. And it doesn't create that much, thickness to your tag. And then we're just gonna cut that off and use it and glue down the edges. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And this little idea can be for any size tag. I just think that it's so fun and it's so stinking cute. So it's just glued down at the top and on the bottom, and then you have a tuck in the back for, let's say, one of these additional tags right along the back there. Isn't that cute? I'm going to do some further embellishing on that. And then on the front, you know, you can put whatever. Oh, maybe these cute little ladies. Put those ladies in there. See how that looks? She kind of boings up, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, put those ladies right there. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. And then stick something else in the back. Oh, yay. And of course, on the top of this one, let me close my glue here because I don't want it to dry out. I want to put something along the top there. So I'm going to get out. Ugh. My trusty crocodile again. We're going to eyeball that in the center. And then what color eyelet? I don't know, this is kind of, I don't know. You think the gold? Yeah, we can do the gold, or we can do the darker one to kind of bring out the leopard, right? Oh, or even the darker one. Let me see. This is how my mind works. Yeah, I like the darker one just so that it goes with the darker leopard. And who says that leopard doesn't go with French and vintage? Not me. I say it goes with everything. All right, put those back, put this over there. And then, of course, what color ribbon off of the top? I don't know. Husband's outside mowing the lawn if you can hear it. Oh, and then what? Oh, we've got additional, you know, ruffles. How else could you embellish these? Oh, I don't know. I need to find something for the top of here. And so what I'm going to do is stop the camera for a second. I'm going to sew around the edge, and that's definitely an optional step on these cuties, and then I will be back and I'll show you the finished result. So hold on just a minute and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back, and let me show you what I did after I stopped the camera. So on this particular tag, I did sew all the way around the edges, and I did use my Rub and Buff wax around the border. I just love how that accents the gold. And then I added a button dangle at the top and some ribbon, and added some additional bits of ephemera on the back. This is probably one of my favorite tags. I just love the fabric snippet roll wraparound, how it creates some tuck spots on your tag. And I gotta tell you, after I stopped the camera, this particular bookmark, what I did up at the top just wasn't working for me. Do you guys ever have that happen where you just look at it and say something is not exactly right? So what I did is I changed the top here. I still have the leopard fabric, but as you recall, I had it folded over the top, and I think the proportions didn't work because this is a very long bookmark, and the leopard tab that I had at the top just didn't look right to me. So what I did is I removed that, and I also changed the paper that I had glued on the top. I added some more of this paper and then added the leopard to the top right across the center. And then on top of that, I have a scrap paper little dangle here that I added with a brad. And to me, that brought the whole bookmark together. And as you recall, there's a little tuck there, and I created this little tag. This is one of the offcuts that we used, and so that tucks right in there. And then also on the back, there is another tuck there. And here is another one of the offcuts. So that is the large bookmark. And then on this one, I finally decided, because this tie closure was giving me some fits. So what I did do is I wrapped it around once and I tied it with a bow. And then I put this gorgeous tag underneath the front. And there's our hinge. And then on the back, I took another one of the offcuts and there again sewed around the edge and added a button and some more leopard at the top. So we've got a little tuck behind there. And then 2 more offcuts. I just created 2 more tags. So these are all from the big collage board that we did in the beginning. And we have 2 little bits of ephemera right there. These are also offcuts on the back. We didn't do anything on the back of that one. I didn't do anything, but I added, you know, some bling. I love to add bling. And then here is one more that I created, and it's the same thing. It's just the 2-sided cardstock, and I added some embossed gold paper at the top, and I clipped on the bottom some bits of ephemera here, all along the bottom. And there is the back, and there is just a little embellished clip there. So there you have it. They are all lovely. I just love how they turned out. I can't wait to add these to my journal. It's gonna look so good. So stay tuned for my next video. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but we're going to continue on with my journal, the French document, the French marriage contract journal, and I will see you soon in my next video. So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Bye.